We're talking about 400H, are we? You know, they discontinued it. It's gone, quote unquote. Not a lot of people have it. We at the Fine Lab do, and we have a handful of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. Well, so let's just, you know, truth be told, I haven't shot it since the price jumped up. In 2021, I think you could still get it for like $7 or $8, which is wild because there is no $7 or $8 120 film anymore. Inflation. Anyway, it is a great film. I shot a lot of it during like my professional stuff. I kind of printed out a handful, just a different variations on skin tone. So we have this really cool, nice African American family with kids that look really great on. I mean, that's why everybody knows Fuji 400H for, right? It's just wonderful skin tones. I think a lot of people have had issue with how it looks on African American skin, but I think it can look really nice when scanned correctly and on a specific scanner, which I love, the Naritsu. The complete opposite end of the spectrum, just nice and creamy, right? Specifically, like, look at this one, like this kid, right? I like the rich, deep colors. The way I have always shot it, I would rate it at 400 meter for the shadows, right? And then push it to stop, because I like the punchiness. So I've shown you kind of like professional work. I didn't really ever shoot it much personally, but when I did, I thought the color was pretty fantastic. This was shot on a Pentax 672 with that Cinelux lens. So I know I'm overexposing because I'm at f2 at 1000. So this film can 100% handle all of the overexposure that you've ever wanted. So like I'm gonna be honest, those like shooters that don't really want a meter and they're like, well, whatever, I'm just gonna shoot it at this is the film that'll do it. As long as you're overexposing. If you underexpose it, it's trash, in my opinion. But the skin tones are super great. So this was this is Emily Murdoch's little boy, you know? And then you've got Emily Murdoch's, I believe, brother on the beach. And then her parents. I did burn in this sky a little bit to bring back that detail of the cloud, but ain't nobody calling me on that, right? Like, this to me is just glorious skin tone. It's very neutral. And like, I think we are selling that film from anywhere from $12 to $13.50 a roll, depending on the bulk that you order. Like, the more you order, the cheaper it'll get. But once it's gone, it's gone. That's it, guys, right? And we got a chunk of it still left. Oh, here's another shoot. Not with this backdrop, but a different one. My girls at prom, you know, really nice skin tones. I really like this film, actually. It's just, it's hard to shoot this film for me when it's $13.50 a roll and gold's $8.99. But I guess, you know, like for the right paid event, yeah, sure, I'd shoot it again. I just like gold. It's funny because actually I think about this. This right here looks like gold to me, but it's 400H. So depending on the lighting situation, we get that like kind of like sunset lens flare, it'll look like gold, that warm look, right? You know, you're not gonna ever get it in 35. It's gone. That's toast, but you do have it in 120. And if you are shooting 120 and you're shooting Fuji 400H, there is no way in hell you should ever be shooting that on anything besides something that's 645. Because 645, you're maximizing your amount of exposures. 16, right? So this is, I don't know, that's kind of, I mean, it's cheaper. I believe it's cheaper than 400, or not 400H. It's cheaper than Portra 800. Portra 800 is still pretty expensive. Yeah, don't shoot it on like, say 6.7 like I did. I did, but then it wasn't, the scarcity wasn't there. Maximize your exposures, like on this. This was shot on a Pentax 645 and with the 80 planars. It's basically a Contax, but a Pentax. When you're comparing it to Kodak, for those of you that have like built that career on Fuji, you're talking about $1 something difference in price, which to me, if you're having headaches with trying to obtain the look that you want on Portra 400 while shooting 400H, I think that, you know, for $1 for 16 frames, it's totally worth it. But here's the thing, get it while it lasts, because once it's gone, that's it, it's gone. Kodak Gold is not gonna look like Fuji 400H all the time. It can in certain lighting situations, but if that's what you're used to, that's why you should be shooting it. If it's available and it's still cheaper than Portra 800, there's no reason why you shouldn't be buying this film, right? Like if you're shooting if all your weddings up until now have been 400H, you should be buying 400H until it's gone, right? I mean, stock up. Truth be told, we have we got, I think, maybe 3,700 rolls left. We sell about 300 to 400 rolls a month. So if you've never shot 400H, I'd buy some. Buy a Pro Pack and see if you like it. Just realize you might be shooting yourself in the foot because you're gonna love it and then it's gone. But also, like, talk to your scanning tech to see what you can do to make Portra 400 look as close to 400H as you can. It performs really well in like summertime. This is not a film I'm gonna be shooting indoors. It's not a low light film. It loves light, so there's that. But you know, we're at the peak summertime. By the time October rolls around, you should have a Pro Pack in your bag to shoot if you haven't shot it. And if you have been shooting it, stock up, because this is it, and that's out. So there's your warning.